Well, tonight we are doing the opening for the spring exhibition of the Bethune Center for the art galleries. We got a variety of different artists from all over.
I'm Leena Joshi. I started painting not too long ago. Acrylics and oil is very new for me. But it's a nice experience. This is why I'm here, so that I can show people what my art is. I can communicate through it. That is what is most important for me.
My name is Darren DePhil. I'm a mixed media collage artist. My work consists of paper, different types of paints. I work with acrylic, oil. I love listening to music, and sometimes with certain musicians that I'm listening to, that I could create images in my head about what I'm listening to. I deal with the diasporas and stuff. I deal with tribal arts, and I deal with African American history.
As a child, I used to trace my coloring books. I used to trace in the coloring books and do all sorts of drawing and stick drawing, and I just took a passion to it. We're looking at one of my paintings of New York with the Twin Towers unfinished, which makes it an original piece, because if anyone ever was to purchase it, you always have it where the Twin Towers are in their beginning stages, at ground zero. So it just shows the inner strength of the city and how we as a people in the city are strong people because we have to endure so much. But yet having the houses connected together and having the buildings close to one another, it forces us to deal with each other, you know? And it just brings us together as a strong people. And then we can look above racism and short, tall, fat. You know, we can look above that because we have each other together in a close-knit type of lifestyle every day.
I'm an urban artist, and I love to paint on everything that you can paint on. I like to do things that have a message behind it, and I used to live in Brooklyn, so I like to deal with urban art. I like to talk to the community through my artwork. This one is about Soul Cool. Soul Cool deals with the community. It deals with the music I used to like, all the things I used to like when I was in the 80s, to the hip hop, hip, to the hip, hip hop, you don't stop. Oh, Pop Rocks, Rubik's Cube. Remember the roller skates when they were 4? Remember Etch-a-Sketch? Everything is in here. Everything. Run DMC, the Fist Picks. And plus I used to live in the projects years ago when I was a little girl. So I wanted to show the projects, but I wanted to also show chocolate. So it's like the projects are being poured out of chocolate. I always say I paint with my heart. I feel what I paint. I love what I paint. I breathe, speak, walk it every day. Because I see beauty in everything. And that's me.
My name is Furman Mendoza, and my roots are here in Hudson County. I work a lot here in Hudson County and Union City, and this area has become part of me, and I express my art through this area. I take a photo and then I make a black and white stencil, and basically I'm working with corrugated cardboard, and I create a background, and I try to match the background to the image so that that through the years of showing Stevie when he's young, he's in brighter colors, and so on and so forth as he ages. I don't know Stevie, but I saw his photos and I wanted to document his growth as an artist from a young child star, which was when I first heard him, you know, everybody loved that first Stevie song, you know. That was like very exciting to me, so I wanted to document him as a great American artist. I'm a Cuban, so you know, I have that Afro-Cuban side to me, and I want to explore that, and this helps me explore that.
My name is Neha Sharad Patil, and I'm doing animals. I like animal painting, fruit painting, other type of paintings. I love most horse painting. This painting, horse painting is I take 1 month. I'm painting in Jersey City, in Pershing Field. There is in one class, so I'm painting there.
I've been a working artist for 18 years now, and before, and I have a few of my pieces here as well. I would say myself predominantly a figurative artist. My mediums of choice are sculpting in a lot of either plaster, foam. I've sculpted in stone before. A lot of my stuff is predominantly figurative work, and it, for the most part, is realism. But I'm trying to not, I used to do things more photorealistic. Now I'm kind of doing things almost a little bit not quite as realistic anymore. So some of my more recent work is, I'm not trying to actually make it look just like a photograph like I normally would, but trying to add a little bit more expressionistic qualities to it. Asking me to a subject is they have to look interesting in some form or manner. It doesn't so much have to be, how pretty they are or whatever that is. It's just a matter of just interesting. Does somebody have an interesting nose? Do they have piercing-looking eyes? Do they have an interesting hair color? Are their shoulders, proportions kind of interesting? And if I usually like that, or if I'm attracted to that for whatever reason, then I say, okay, they would make a good painting, or somebody who has interesting skin complexions, that kind of thing. I like to, when I'm doing figurative work, I like to find all the different nuances in the skin color. I never, regardless of whatever tone the person is, I like to find all the warm and cool colors in it and kind of bring those out and exaggerate them. I was trained to do realism and trained to do almost things kind of photorealistic, but as the time went on, I kind of got a little bored with that, and I'm like, well, the whole job as an artist isn't just to paint I don't want to just be a copy machine, but I like to take in what I see and regurgitate it, if that's the right word, into something that is different than life, or something that you can't duplicate on just a camera or in Photoshop. We actually are dedicating 2 of our rooms to galleries that will be named after 2 Jersey City pioneers. That's Melissa Holloway and Theodore Brunson, who founded the first African American art museum. Both of them have passed on, and we thought it was appropriate to name these 2 galleries after them. So that's what this kind of opening dedication is tonight.